Hey everyone, welcome back once again. It's Saturday, so this is the second video for today. This is on Marathon's production numbers for November, and something's a little fishy in there unless I'm missing something, so let's get into it here. So here's Marathon's report that was published on Friday, December 3rd. So total liquidity increases to 1.1 billion as Marathon completes deployment in Hardin MT and begins deploying Bitcoin miners with Compute North. And then we'll take a look at the charts here in a little bit here, but this is their expected hash rate by the end of or mid 2022 at 13.3 exahash once fully deployed. So corporate highlights as of December 1st, 2021. So cash on hand was approximately 623.7 million, and total liquidity defined as cash and Bitcoin holdings was approximately 1.1 billion. So obviously a sizable chunk still left in their coffers. Received approximately 15,520 top tier AC miners from Bitmain during the month of November and 56,826 miners year to date, with an additional 8,477 miners currently in transit. So fully completed miner installation at the company's facility in Hardin, as well as scheduled upgrades and maintenance to the power generation facility in Hardin. Secured hosting for all previous purchases for purchased Bitcoin miners, predominantly at wind and solar farms operated by one of the largest renewable energy power providers in North America. Begin installing miners at various facilities operated by Compute North. And following successful system upgrades to the power plant in Hardin, MT produced approximately 34 Bitcoin on December 1st as the power plant and Marathon miners in Hardin began operating near full capacity. So this is the part here that kind of smells a little bit to me. 34 Bitcoins in one day. We'll get into the details, but that's a huge increase from where they were just last in October. So we'll have to dive into a little bit. Maintenance and upgrades to the power generating facility in Hardin negatively impacted Bitcoin production for a portion of the November, resulting in 196 self-mined Bitcoin during the November 2021 period or month. So this is basically half of what they mined in October. So we'll look at that as well. Increased total Bitcoin holdings to approximately 7,649.1 with a fair market value of approximately 437 million. And then existing mining fleet consists of 31,000 active miners producing approximately 3.2 exahash. So we'll take a look at that as well. So here's the power generation station upgrades in Hardin. As previously disclosed in the company's third quarter 2021 10Q, system upgrades were performed as scheduled on the power generating system station in Hardin. During November, these upgrades combined with additional maintenance to improve the cleanliness and efficiency of the power generating station and the ongoing challenges reported in prior months caused Marathon's Bitcoin mining operation to operate at substantially reduced capacity in November, negatively impacting the company's Bitcoin production. And we can see that in the numbers, obviously. The upgrades performed are expected to improve the power generating station's efficiency, increase safety, mitigate the potential for unexpected downtime in the future, and ultimately improve the company's ability to effectively mine Bitcoin. With many of these issues remedied, the Hardin power generating station and therefore Marathon's mining fleet in Hardin were operating near full capacity as of December 1st, 2021, which enabled the company to produce 34 Bitcoin on the first day of December. So we'll take a look at that. So, I mean, you can see here, they mined only 417 in October. So that's an average of like 13.9, something like that for the per day. So we'll get into the numbers here, but how the heck did they almost triple that or 2.5x that in 1 month, unless they had a lot more miners and then they're actually saying that they do. So we'll get into it here. So let's take a look at the numbers for them. So here are the numbers. So November, obviously they mined 196 Bitcoin, and let me zoom this in for you guys. 196 Bitcoin in November, 417 in October. Miners installed November 31,000 and operating. October we had 27,280. So if we look at the hash rate, they're reporting that they have a hash rate of 3.2 exahash in November, and they had 2.96 in October. So that only gives us, what is that, 240 petahash increase in hash rate for the month. And then now they're reporting that they have 34 BTC per day on December 1st, which they're reporting. That averages out to be, or that's basically 1,020 Bitcoins per month if you just go by 30 days in a month. They averaged 13.9 per day in October. Obviously in November you're going to be far lower from that because obviously they were down for almost 2 weeks, it looks like. But how do you get to 34 or 1,020 Bitcoins per month when you were only at 417 2 months ago? And the hash rate only increased by 2.4 exahash, or not 2.4, 0.24 exahash, sorry. So this just doesn't make sense to me. I wonder if there's a mistake here in the 34 reported, because that is a huge increase. I mean, that's basically taking what you were making as far as in October, the 2.96 exahash, and getting that up to possibly going 2.5x in exahash to get to that. Obviously, the hash rate has come down, so we can take a look at it here. Let's see if we can take a look at it. We'll take a look at the hash rate. It has come down a little bit in the month of November, but not that much. I mean, it went down from 167 million down to 156, so 10 million. I don't think that's going to result in a 2.5x increase in the amount of Bitcoins that you're creating. So that seems a little fishy to me. So let me know what you guys think of that, or if you guys have other details on that that I'm just not privy to right now, or I haven't been able to find on it. So that is something I wanted you guys to keep in mind. That smells a little fishy to me. So based on the information that we have, obviously we know that they were down for almost a half a month. I changed all of these numbers here for all the miners that they have to 2.5 months, basically mining October, then half of November, and then obviously a full month of December. So these are the results that we're getting here. We also know that they added some miners here. So they now have, let me see here, 31,000 miners at 3.2 exahash. So if we combine all of these miners here, we get 31,000 miners. Oh, it's not showing me right now. Oh yeah, there it is. 31,000 miners right down here on the bottom. 31,000 miners, and then the hash rate, we have them at 3.234. So we're really close to what they're reporting based on the information provided. So we still have a lot of miners that need to be installed. Obviously, we still have, close to almost 100,000 miners that need to be installed someplace within the United States. 101,412 miners that need to be installed in the coming year, in 2022. So based on the numbers that I have, the hash rate that they have right now, I'm using the Bitcoin price from yesterday, 53,646. I didn't change it to today's low price, so that way it kind of stays the same with what I reported on Bitfarms and some of the other guys. We're looking at, Bitcoin comes back to this price, which is not too far off from that right now. I think Bitcoin is at 58,000 or 59,000, so we're not too far off from it right now. Obviously, we had a huge dump in it. We talked about it in the previous video with the Bitcoin versus the miners. But if we look at it here, we're looking at possibly around 70 million in revenue gross if everything stays the same. Obviously, they're probably going to install some more miners coming up in December. We just don't know exactly how many. They're saying 6,000, I think, was something that are in transit. So that would probably give them another, maybe, depending when those get installed, I could possibly put them down here for maybe 0.5 months mining here. And we'll give another 3 million on that. So we're looking from anywhere from 69 to 72 million if Bitcoin stays at where it's at. But here's the effect that it had on them just for having the miners down for basically 2 weeks. If you look at it, if it was 3 months, we're looking at 84 million possibly compared to the 72. So that was a huge, obviously, hit to them for their balance sheet, or not balance sheet, but production rate. So we'll just leave it at 2.5 right now. So that's why I think the stock is going to go down possibly next week as well a little bit as people readjust everything. So I got them basically at 72, possibly between 69 and 72 million right now for gross revenue. This is for Q4, obviously. If we look at their stock right now, they are at 41.64 here as reported from Microsoft. Market cap of 4.2 billion. Current price to earnings multiple is 55.82. Shares outstanding is 102 million. BTC hodl is the 7,649.1, which is approximately 410 million. And then, as you guys know, I always go with pretty conservative numbers here on their net income. So I use a 50% possibility and a 75% possibility, and you can kind of go between those numbers here. And I'm also using a price to earnings multiple of 20. Obviously, they've got a lot higher multiple than I have here. So investors are giving them a lot more leeway, or a lot more. They're basically pricing it higher based on their future hash rate. So I got them as right now being way overvalued, because even if you look at 75% here, I got them at 23. So I mean, we could possibly change this to be the 55 to maybe make it. So we'll do both. So we'll go through the 20 PE, and then we'll go through the 55 current to see where it's at. So right now at 20 multiple, it's 50%. We're looking at 15.58 for the stock. 23 at 75%, and then we got 21.69, 32.53, 28, 28, 42, 42, 34, 87, and 52, 30. So now if we up these a little bit to the 50, let's just go 50 multiple, just in case. Why not? We'll just look at it. At 50 multiple, we're looking at, let me see if we can do that. And we'll do the 50 multiple here as well. And then we'll take a look at it here. So if we use the same multiple that they have now, which is I think a little high, we're looking at 38.95, which is pretty close to what I have them at right now. So that would be pretty close. And then 58.42 at 75%. Then we're looking at 54.22, 81.33, 70, 70, 106, 87, 17, and 130, obviously at 200,000, 150,000 for Bitcoin price, and 100,000. As always, these numbers are based on the fourth quarter, the first quarter, second and third quarter. Do not change. Those are static. The only thing that changes, obviously, is the fourth quarter, because that's the one that we just don't know yet. We have the numbers for all the other quarters, but fourth quarter is the one that's the fluid one. It's the dynamic one. So that's where we're at. So as always, guys, I don't know if I did this already, but not financial advice. Do your own research. Don't fall for scams. Spams, posts get reported and deleted. So yeah, obviously it was a crappy month for them because they had to shut down for the power operations things to fix it basically. But I'm a little concerned with the 34 BTC being mined per day. That seems way off. Unless, like I said, unless their hash rate has 2.5x in a day, basically, after November numbers have been provided. Which, who knows? I mean, but still, miners have to be installed to get to that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the numbers here. Obviously, down for where we were thinking they're going to be based on being off for basically 2 weeks where they were mining, but still way up in general. And their hash rate is increasing, which is good to see. So let me know what you guys think, and then I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.